Order. Roll call. Kathy Kendrick.
Virginia San Pietro.
Becky Hewitt.
Item number 3 is to approve the meeting minutes from July 23rd, 2018.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to approve the meeting minutes from July 23rd, 2018. Item number 4 is old business. We have no old business at this time. Item number 5 is new business. So item number 1 is to consider an act on sending the proposed charter amendments to the electors for approval or rejection at the regular election schedule for November 6, 2018.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried to consider an act on sending the proposed charter amendments to the electors for approval or rejection at the regular election schedule for November 6, 2018. Item number 2 is to consider an act on tax refunds from the tax collector as follows. There is a total of $761.28. And I'm not going to go through all the names because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different names. So the total is $761.28.
I'll make a motion to approve sending tax refunds in the amount of $761.28.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to consider an act on tax refunds from the tax collector in the amount of $761.28. Item number 3 is to consider an act on awarding labor for the River Street Bridge project. Mattern Construction came in at the low bid.
I was just going to look at that one today. I have to get used to this new system. All right, good, yes. Yes, Mattern Construction, 39,300. I'll make a motion to approve that we award the bid to Mattern Construction for $39,300.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, I need a second. I'll second that. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to accept Mattern Construction for the labor for the River Street Bridge project. Item number 4 is to appoint members to the Economic Development Commission. So tonight we would like to appoint Jody L. Clark, Jennifer Green, Attorney Paul Smith, Leslie Smith, Mary Ann Shinati, Stephen Martin, and we have one other one that we will not appoint tonight. We're waiting just final confirmation on. So tonight, we would just like a motion to appoint the 6 members to the Economic Development Commission.
I'm happy to appoint them and thank them for being willing to serve.
I think they're going to be a good group for the Economic Development.
So I'll make that motion.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried to appoint the 6 members to the Economic Development Commission. Item number 5 is discussion regarding correspondence from We the People. See the Truth via James Bevel. So after the last Board of Selectmen meeting, I received a list of some items regarding our website that needed to be cleaned up. So I just want to thank Mr. Bevel for giving us that list. And we are working on it. We only have a couple other things that we can address. As far as the fire department, the fire district, they have their own webpage, so we don't do anything for them. As far as a couple of the items, the jury committee and the medical center, that is being addressed and hopefully will be eliminated through the charter revision change because those commissions are no longer, committees are no longer there. So we are still working on that.
We don't
So,
have to take action.
no, there's nothing that we need to do. We open that up for discussion. So, do you have any questions or anything on that?
No. Thank you for doing that.
And then,
Thank you.
item number 6 is correspondence for the I-Park lot referral per CGS 8-24. What that is every time you sell a lot in the industrial park, you need to do a referral, 8-24. This is a blanket CGS 8-24. So when this is approved at the planning and zoning meeting, that means every time we sell a lot, we do not have to go for an approval and have the CGS 824. That it's for the balance of the lots in the industrial park, so it will already be approved. So it's just one less step. It will still have to come through a Board of Selectmen meeting, but it will not have to go through planning and zoning. I just want, some items came in after our agenda.
Do we have to vote on that one?
The I-Part, no, that's just correspondence. That's not something that we have to vote on.
Okay.
So then, other items that came in after our agenda, I just wanted to update and talk about at the Board of Selectmen meeting tonight. So, I'm not sure if everybody's seen the articles in the paper, but we've been working on the annex, trying to figure out what can be done. We applied for a grant with SHPO, and we were awarded that grant. And what that grant is going to entitle us, we're going to put an RFP out now to have a feasibility and assessment study done. And what that will do is tell us what the best use for the annex is. So again, we were awarded that grant. It's a 50-50 matching grant, so the town will have to put in $9,950, and then the rest of it is grant money.
That's great.
But it really needs to be addressed because, as everybody knows, the longer that building sits there, the worse shape it's in. So we really need to figure out. We did have an architectural engineer come in. It's architecturally sound. So now we just need to figure out what the best use is and how we're going to proceed with that. On August 7th, Joe Courtney came out with 2 of his assistants. Representatives from EPA came out. Connecticut DECD, which is Department of Economic Community Development. Connecticut DEEP came out. We toured the Interroyal site. And the meeting was very well received. They were impressed. I don't want to say impressed with the building, but they were amazed at how bad the building really was. EPA didn't even realize that it was that bad. One of the gentlemen from EPA, Frank Gardner, he actually has been working on this site ever since the fire. So again, they came out, they're really looking forward to working with the town and to figure out how we can accomplish the redevelopment of that site. So we'll be moving forward with that. We're just waiting to see what our options are, and it's going to have to be done in phases, so what we'll do next. Patrick McMahon from Connecticut Main Street Center also came out last week and met with me and the town planner regarding our brownfield sites. What we did is we took him for a tour through Plainfield, Moosup, Oregon, Central Village, showed him Command, we showed him C&M, Interroyal. We went to the footpath and the bike path over behind Dunkin' Donuts in Moosup. He was very impressed with that. He thinks that we're lucky to have that. So what he's going to be doing is he's actually going to come out again, do some footage, and then work with us to kind of put a plan together where he thinks the towns and the villages can go so that we can redevelop and work on redeveloping the towns and the mills. So that's good news. We have started getting participant registrations for our job fair on October 3rd. So that's good. We're happy that that's being taken. People are really looking forward to that. And then the only other thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is that we are working on the USDA, the Community Facilities Grant for the police department. They have some repairs that they need to have done and some security upgrades. So there is a grant out there that we are applying for to see if we can get some grant money to help with their upgrades and repairs. So that's all I have. So item number 8 is public comment. If anybody has any public comment.
The
Yes.
$700 on the taxes, do people get notified who on the,
I'm sorry, you just have to state your name and,
who's here?
yeah. So the tax refunds,
Yes, you have 19 you said?
I think it was 14.
14.
That was 19.
19?
19. Yes, the tax collector,
Will they be
they
notified?
notified them.
Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Sean Peterson.
Yeah.
Do we have to take possession of the Interlocal site to get it redeveloped?
At
Or
this
can we
time,
not
no,
take
there's
any?
brownfield land banks that we're looking into.
So we will not have to own that piece of property as a town?
I can't tell you that we will not have to own it, but there's other options that you can do to take the liability off the town of Plainfield. So those are all options we're looking into. Any other public comment?
Yes, I'll make the comment about the BJ Day Parade.
Yep.
It's not on every year. And I spoke to some of the members of the VFW,
Yeah.
American Legion, I'm sorry, how costly that's going to be. It is, I mean, it is, to put that on. Years back in the town of Plainfield, they used to give $1,000 for the BJ Day Parade. That was in the budget years ago. And I don't know when this was stopped, and I'd like to see it continue.
I will check into that for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was a wonderful parade.
Yes,
I don't know if everybody was able to go, but
often hot.
especially the,
It's hot.
We're exhausted.
especially the band, at the end.
Well, that was something.
Oh,
I got one more thing, Sean Peterson. What's the benefit to having that industrial park paperwork ahead of time, as opposed to going back to planning and zoning?
It just eliminates one more step, that's all.
What,
The benefit is for the person buying it, it doesn't take so long because that blanket has already been approved. So it's one less step. Instead of having to go to a Board of Selectmen meeting or planning and zoning meeting, now we'll just have to go to the Board of Selectmen meeting.
they still have to go to planning and zoning.
They have to go to planning
If
and
they're
zoning for
gonna-
their plans.
Right.
But this is just for us to sell it, that's all. Comments?
Art Gagnon,
Yes.
Jackson Road. To answer Sean's question, I spoke to Joe Courtney yesterday, and he said we would have to take ownership of it. He said we have to take ownership of it to get any of state money. He did say,
But
he said there's
what's
millions
that?
available, but we would have to take ownership. Well, that's what he said to me.
Yep.
And my other
you.
question was about solar energy. Is there going to be a public hearing? I asked you
We'll be having a
about
public
5 weeks
hearing
ago, you
as
said a couple
soon
weeks.
As the companies have been chosen. They have not been chosen yet. Exactly.
Any idea? Most of my questions pertain to the Board of Selectmen anyway.
Right. As soon
Not to
as
them.
they have chosen the 2 companies,
Mhm.
then we'll go to a public hearing because we want those representatives there in case there's any questions that they need to answer.
Okay,
We're getting close.
okay.
We're getting close. Any other public comment? Any other public comment? No other public comment? We look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried to adjourn the meeting at 7:15 PM tonight. So at 7:15, I'm going to call to order the WPCA Authority Special Meeting Agenda for August 13th, 2018. Call to order. Done. Roll call. Kathy Tenrich.
Virginia Sampietro.
Becky Hewitt.
Item number 3, approval of minutes from the July 23rd, 2018 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve as written.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to approve the minutes from July 23rd, 2018. Item number 4 is old business. No old business. Item number 5 is to consider an act on purchasing a used vehicle for the sewer department.
So one of their vehicles is no longer working, or?
So what happened is the frame, I believe, of their vehicle broke. So they went out, and they are not looking to purchase a new vehicle. They went out and they got prices on, let's see, on a 2005 Chevy Silverado, and the amount was $13,500. A 2008 Nissan for $14,500. 2008 Chevy Silverado for $12,500. And a 2002 Chevy Silverado that was $10,500. What they chose.
And also this other.
And what they chose, the low price on, is for a 2010 Dodge Grand Caravan. And what that is used for is just going back and forth to the plants. So the bid on that, or the price on that, was $6,900.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the 2010 Dodge Grand Caravan with 126,067 miles for $6,900.
I'll second that motion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried to consider an act on purchasing a used vehicle for the sewer department, which is 2010 Dodge Grand Caravan. The miles are 126,067 for the price of $6,900. Item number 6, public comment.
Yeah, I think the mileage, I think the mileage is too high for that vehicle. 126,000, that's, the vehicle's 8 years old.
Well, again, Ed, they only use it to go back and forth to the plants. So, thank you for your comment. I will mark that. Any other public comment? Any other public comment? If there's no other public comment, I look for motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second. Motion carried to adjourn the WPCA special meeting of August 13th, 2018 at 7:19 p.m.